What an absolute pleasure to have you back in school. I stand in front of you today proud beyond words of each and every single one of you. It has been a year to remember. There is so much to celebrate in terms of individual achievements, but what makes us most proud as teachers in this community is the strength, resilience, and determination you have all shown during what has, for many of you, been a personally challenging time. Your support and care for each other has been an inspiration, and your ambition and steely focus at making the most of all of your opportunities to date is what has led to such a fine spread of results in the recent Rossall diploma exams. For me, your development to growth through the Human Universe programme has been hugely fascinating, and I have enjoyed the increasing quality and richness of your responses to the information and ideas that you were presented with. Having had the pleasure to supervise some of your projects this year, I have looked on with fascination and interest at the diverse range of topics that you have chosen to research. And Dr. Maliband, Mr. Hall, Mr. Simmons, and I now feel much more knowledgeable about everything from photography to mental health to space travel. Thank you for sharing your passions with us. As trailblazers in this regard, I'm sure that many of you will present your research and your ideas to younger pupils through the Human Universe and Key Stage 3 enrichment programs next year, and in so doing contribute to a culture of intellectual curiosity born out of a love of learning within a space that we each have, in which we each have the freedom to direct our interests. In preparing this speech, I've tried to remember what it was like to be in Year 11. I can tell you that I was delighted to reach the summer holidays, and I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to do a good amount of travelling in the summer, something I know a bit difficult for you this year, but I'm sure you have opportunities in the future. In particular for me, it was going back to visit my family in my home country. As you know, I don't come from the UK. It was a particularly strange summer, though, for me, because the end of the GCSE years, for me, was a clear demarcation between being in senior school and being in sixth form. But when I went back to Belgrade, that concept doesn't exist. There's no transition point. The secondary school system starts at 14 and ends at 18. That prompted me to think a lot about the purpose of marking points of transition and how certain age experience markers are universal. For example, 18th birthdays, getting married, having a baby, the first job, your first day of retirement, whilst others are culture and context specific. So what is the purpose of marking these moments anyway? What is the point of you being here today? Finishing Year 11 is neither the beginning nor the end. It is a marker along the way and an opportunity to reflect on how far you have come and how far you will still go. You're no longer the children in the sports day photos or the Harry Potter show, and more on that in a moment, but you are yet to fully realise who you will become. Perhaps this is the bit that I remember most clearly about this very moment when I was in Year 11 in your shoes. The eagerness to get on with life and to become the person that I believed I was meant to be. In all honesty, I did not know who that person was, but at 16 had the innocence and the unsubstantiated confidence to assume that I did. Many of the things that I predicted about myself at the time turned out to be entirely untrue. I was going to be an academic at a university. I was going to never leave or move out of London. And I was definitely not going to be having children before I was 40. Looking back now, these were all ridiculous proclamations to make. And if I could go back to my 16-year-old self, I would tell her to keep an open mind, to have ambition and direction. I think that's really important, but to respond to what was in front of me, make the most of the opportunities that were there rather than seeking ones that weren't, and to believe that whatever decision I will make in the future, it will be for the right reasons at the time, and that trying to enforce, proclaim, or determine decisions months, years, or decades in advance was not only unrealistic, but also potentially damaging to my self-esteem and sense of self-purpose. You will be whoever you choose to be at each stage of your life, and each day you will have the opportunity to make that choice. Sixth form study awaits you once you have had the chance to rest and recharge, and my goodness, do you need that over this summer. I want you to embrace all the opportunities presented to you over the coming years with open minds and open hearts. You will, very soon, be the students in suits, setting the tone and example for our younger pupils who will admire and look up to you the way that you looked up to sixth formers, generations of sixth formers who have come before you. This is a great privilege, but also a huge responsibility, and I know that you will carry it with pride. Just before I finish, it would be remiss of me not to take this opportunity to thank, on your behalf, some teachers who have had such an important and huge impact on your lives this year. Your form tutors, Mrs. Laird, Mrs. Wollstonecraft, Mr. Collins, Mr. Sharp and Mrs. Sharp, have been there for you and steered you through some really important decisions and difficult times. They've been supported in this by Mr. Veach, whom we should thank for organising this lovely event today alongside Mrs. Lee, as well as for his relentless efforts throughout the year to guide and support each and every one of you. I know from the many conversations I've had with him how much he cares about you all, and how much thought, effort and time he has put into everything that he has done to be the head of year that he is. Let's give them all a round of applause. And Mr. Veach, I hand over to you now.
Thank you. So firstly, I'd just like to do a reading after we watch this Memories of Year 11. Okay, first I'd like to do a reading and then we'll move on to prizes. This is The Mighty Oak by Daniel Baker. If the mighty oak could speak the words of the times that it's been tried, it'd speak about growing roots instead of how it died. It'd say that it was strong enough and stood the test of time. Instead of falling to the ground, it stood and held its line. It'd speak about lightning strikes and the wind that cracked its core. Through the dirt it softened, it stood and took some more. Though the tree bears scars of the times that it's been struck, all the other trees around it gazed in pure awestruck. Its roots dug deep and powerful, no way it had hit the ground. The story of the mighty oak is one that is profound. Okay, now I have the absolute pleasure of announcing the Year 11 prize winners for the academic year 2020 to 2021 in house order. Please come to the stage when your name is called. We'll do this in houses and Ms. Porovich will hand you your prize. So we're going to start with Dolphin. Unfortunately, one of our Dolphin house has left already, but we are going to recognise anyone that has won prizes and give them a round of applause before we move on to those in attendance. So Anna Prey receives the Year 11 prize for Biology, Business, Chemistry, Design Technology, Mandarin, Mathematics and Physics. A round of applause for Anna, please. Also, who's not in attendance is Hannah Procter, who was awarded the Alan Cube Memorial Mathematics Prize. Well done, Hannah. Now to our Dolphin students who are here today. YOYO Young receives the Fast Track International Courses Prize and the Year 11 Prize for EAL. Alice Christie receives the Year 11 Prize for French and Religious Studies. Connie Lupton is a recipient of the FINLOW Memorial Trophy. That is the prizes for Dolphin House. If you could come up and collect your prize, please. Moving on to Maltese Cross boarding students, there's just one prize for Harry MCALEER for the MARION Wagner Cricket Prize. Well done, Harry. Not there. For MC Day students, YEMI AJITERU wins the Year 11 prize for music, and Charlie Gotto is awarded the Kate Griffiths Science Prize. Well done. In MF boarding, we only have one prize for someone who is not here, but we will give him a round of applause anyway. Max Bingenheimer receives the Year 11 prize for First Language English. Well done, Max. In Rose House, we have one in not attendance. DEBORAH MWANAMUKE isn't with us, but she won the Year 11 Science Prize. Well done, DEBORAH. Angela is with us, and she receives the Year 11 prizes for art, Spanish, as well as the Watson K Prize for intermediate instrumental. Well done, Angela. In Spread Eagle boarding, Kai Wagner is awarded the prizes for history, German, and human universe. Well done, Kai. For Spread Eagle Day students, we have one student not in attendance, which is Felix Chung for the IC Most Improved Student. Let's give Felix a round of applause, please. For the day students who have won a prize, William Bowden wins the National Westminster Debating Prize, and Joe Davies is the recipient of the Creative Writing Trophy and the Year 11 Prize for Geography and the Watson K Prize for Intermediate Contribution to Music. Well done. The final prizes are for day girls. ALICIA ANANDAPPA wins the Year 11 Prize for English and Latin, together with the James Singing Prize. Caitlin HAYTON is awarded the Year 11 Prize for Physical Education, and the Year 11 Prize for Drama goes to ELISHA SHEPPARD. So now we'll move on to the Year 11 diplomas. Again, it will be read out in houses. We'll present all Year 11 with their diplomas. Your name is called alphabetically in house order. Please come to the stage and take your diploma from Ms. Porovich when your name is called. We begin with the Year 11 Dolphin Boarders: Katerina Billows, Selma Friedrich, Chiho Okawa, Uliana Pischer, Anna Prey, Zoe Tang, Zena Wanach, Sweetie Wu, Emily Shi, YOYO YEUNG, and Nicole Yu. Yo-yo. Just yo-yo. In Dolphin Day, we have Sophie Bradley, Saffron Bryden, Alice Christie, Olivia Home, Taylor Daisy Hoyle, Grace Lewis, Connie Lupton, and Hannah Proctor. Well done. Our MC boarders are Jefferson Chan, Felix Chung, Koki DeWalt, Armand Javid, Andy Jian, Zaicheng Li, Harry McAleer, Jaden McField, Sean Montharley, and Edan Natowicz. Well done. In MC Day, Yemi AJITERU, Harry Bassett, Liam Birchall, Charlie Gotto, and Jacob Lavelle. Our MF boarders, Matis Baudach, Max Bingenheimer, Tim Chow, Emil Clausen, Nico Holty, Amir Kedri, Henry Lee, Maro Perez-Villa, Paul Profrock, Nick Schmidt-Volmer, Kieran Tiali, Ben Zhang, are not here, but give them a round of applause anyway. MF not in attendance, but has passed his Rossall diploma, Oliver Powell. Well done, Ollie. Pelican boarders, Pavlo Chayakivsky, Timur Chernyshov, Maxim Kunikiv, Tom Lee, Jerry Lee, James Pong, Orlando Tarracone, Paul Voss, and Sherman Wang. Well done. Our Pelican Day students, Presley Boyd, Jack Greer, and Tom Singleton. Well done. Rose Borders, Nicole Chan, Suki He, Logan Sterngier, Deborah MWANAMUKE, and Jola Alawole. Well done. In Rose Day, Suzanne Carter, Daisy Clark, Melissa Billy, Lucy Prescott, Ellie Qualter, Jessica Sanderson, and Suzanne Wrigley. Well done. Spread Eagle Borders, Samuel Abdul, Yakub Iswaden, Eric Du, Luke Ellett, Aris Gao, Leo Kwok, Anson Lee, Ivan Levikov, Lin Lin, Finn Purnell, and Kai Wagner. Our SE Day students, William Bowden, Joe Davies, and Riley Harrison. Ren Boarding, it's Caitlin Carroll, Anna Katrin Hoffman, Beth Lieb, Angel Liu, Nina Lerman, and Julia Svertzina. Ren Day students, Alicia ANANDAPPA, Eleanor Crone, Holly Cumsty, Jennifer Donnelly, Caitlin Hayton, Martha Corain, Alicia Shepherd, and Tilly Singleton. Thank you, and this concludes the diplomas in the assembly. Give everyone a big round of applause, please. And now I get the honor of passing over to someone who is going to do something that I couldn't do in a million years, but it fills me with absolute pride that she's able to, ELISHA Shepherd.
There's a crowd riches will be plenty, worth the price we had to pay. There's a dream in the future. There's a struggle that we have yet to win. But there's pride in our hearts, 'cause I know where I'm going. Yes, I do. And I know where I've been. There's a road we must travel. There's a promise that we must make. Oh, the riches, what the risk that we take. There's a dream in the future. There's a struggle that we have yet to win. And there's pride in our hearts to lift us up until tomorrow. 'Cause just to sit still will be a sin. Lord knows I know where I've been. I'll give thanks to my God, 'cause I know where I've
So the last set of prizes just to hand out are for the DAV bronze students who have achieved their bronze awards. If you'd like to come up to the front, there is your award and your badge. They are Jessica Sanderson, Suzanne Wrigley, Alicia ANANDAPPA, Connie Lupton, Alice Christie, Yemi AJITERU, Eleanor Crone, Joe Davies, and Anjola Oluwole. Please come up and get your certificates. Well done. That concludes all of our prize giving. Just before I hand over to Ms. Porovich, I would just like to say it has been my absolute pleasure and congratulations. Well done, Year 11.
There's not really much left for me to say, except to say I'm so pleased that you've been able to come, and I wish you a most wonderful summer break, and we very much look forward to seeing you back in September. Look after yourselves. Well done on all your hard work, and it's paid off, and have a great summer. Thank you. Bye.